That would be the question. So either we play or we just don't play.
Alright. Well, welcome to a game of Skyfall 5e. Sadly, we're down a man today, but such is life when your computer is made of cardboard and potato. We are rejoining Ghostwatch, which is just kind of getting back from a little excursion out into the winter where they took care of a set of wolves and some bandits that were on the road. They successfully defended a caravan which was able to leave and grab supplies, and then returned after they had lost some time to the curse of the Great Souls. The last thing that you did, and where we pick up today, is in the respective sleeping spots. Everybody has, some of you off in the temple, others at the castle, and some over in the Hunter's Order, thanks to a good dinner which was had with Gray, who has now left, and all of you are fast asleep. You all wake the next day with a long rest. What do you do?
Well, doesn't seem like anything's changed outside.
When you go and look outside, it is indeed still winter out, though the weather has gotten slightly better, and there's no snowfall right now, just a sort of cold wind that blows about beyond the window pane. You can see little bits of snow that have been pushed to the sides of the road and things like that.
Okay. Is there anyone about?
It is early in the morning, probably close to like 6 or 7 o'clock with the sun just over the horizon, so there's very little going on. You see a couple of people that wander the streets here and there with their like winter clothes traversing the streets, but nobody seems to be out en masse.
Okay. I'll head over to Oral at the front then.
Sure.
I'm still in the Hunter's Order.
Okay, it's early in the morning. He sits there with a cup of tea and sees you approach.
Say, Oral, what day is it?
It's a great question. He looks over at you and he tells you something that perhaps you don't want to hear.
Yep.
He tells you it's the 24th of spring.
I look out the window. It's still snowing.
Mm-hmm.
Flash snowy everywhere. Okay. That's not good. Right. I'm gonna go cook breakfast in like an hour. We'll just go from there, I think. Okay. And I'll head back into the back and brush up my hair and do some stretches, kind of get ready for the day until people are waking up, and then I'll cook breakfast for anybody who's kicking around.
Sure. Okay.
Is anybody at the order? Waking up and walking?
So, looking around in the order, you see that nobody is in the order, and that you and Earsfield are the only ones.
Oh.
It is empty in the back room.
I'll peek around to Oral like, Hey, Oral, is winter always this long? I don't think it is.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, I've never heard of anything like this. I'm sure it's just a cold spell or something."
Yeah. Hunting down south never got like this.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything to cause concern yet, though.
Yeah,
The wolves and everything, that's another story, but...
That being said, is there any update on those? Is it just still kill some wolves and stuff? Any new missions or anything like that?
3 gold apiece if you can get their hides.
And no other missions aside from that? Or Hunter's Order stuff?
Nope.
Alright. I'll sit in the back room.
Okay. So, you and Earsfield sit there, and meanwhile, off in the temple, Jay, what do you want to do? You've awoken here, and a couple of priests mill about in the temple doing their duties.
I'll say my hellos and greetings to everyone, and then probably head out to find my party.
Sure. Okay. And how about you there, Yuri? It seems as though Braxton's not feeling well, and you can see that he's kind of beside himself over at his bed, kind of holding his stomach. Table talk. If you want him to follow you and come with, you're more than welcome, or you could leave him here if you so desire.
I think I'll leave him here.
Okay. Are you
Not
gonna
too
go
keen
and...
on having a sick person follow me.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you gonna go and find the group, or are you gonna stay here?
Go find the group. If I see somebody selling some metal sheets along the way, I could use some.
Sure. Okay. You wander out and start to head down the streets, and Jay, you as well, and everybody save for Braxton eventually steps into the Hunter's Order. You guys are in the main room, and aside from Oral, who sits there sipping some tea, it's empty. There is nobody else about.
Alright. I'll go ahead and, make breakfast out for everyone. With
Okay.
whatever's in there. Unless there's nothing in there.
So looking around for food, you find that the cupboards have become empty.
Like... Well, let's see if the marketplace has anything. Be back in a little while.
If you find some metal, I could use some metal sheets.
Metal sheets.
Metal sheets. Hammered nice and flat.
Alright. Eye out. I'll head off to the marketplace.
Yuri,
I
you
can
want
find
some
food.
company?
You asking me if I wanted company?
Yura.
Okay. Good
Oh.
Yuri.
Yeah, I did too.
Sorry.
If you'd like.
Yeah, I
Not too far.
Okay, so the group is headed into the market?
Yeah, just the two of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Everybody
I'll
else,
come
hang on.
along since Jay's coming, and I will look for metal sheets.
And Rook, are you gonna hang out at the order by yourself?
Yeah. If anything, make small talk with Oral.
Sure. So you stay back here while the other three wander off. What do you want to talk to Oral about? Or just like literal, just small talk?
Let them do things. If I think about anything, I'll bring it up.
Sure. Okay, so you guys wander off, heading down the cold streets and start to make your way for the market, which is many, many blocks away. And eventually, you come up towards it. You can see that it has empty tables that are laying about, places where vendors would normally sell their wares, and some of the shops here have already opened up. They have their lights out and their signs turned into the open position, but there's really not very many people out.
Oh, that's to be expected, really.
The whole of the market here is very quiet. You can hear like a couple of footsteps off in the distance, but normally it's sort of a bustle of activity where you'd be pressed to kind of, get some silence in.
Okay. Well, is there like a general store or someone selling any sort of food that well, obviously not outside, but
Sure. Let's see. Okay. You look around and attempt to find a place that sells some food. You can see that there are some general stores and things like that, but you're not quite interested in that. You're looking for more like a grocer, someone who has perhaps something fresh to eat. And you stop by a butcher shop, which is closed, and then you stop by a stall that normally has somebody manning it selling vegetables, and nobody is there and the stall is empty. And then you head to a grocery store nearby, and it too has a closed sign on it.
Oh, okay. This is bad. This is very bad.
I think we need to go out and hunt some wolves and get some meat.
Yeah. I think probably head south. I really want to go to the lake. This is
Why
not
do
good.
you want to go to the lake? I still don't understand. What's with the fancy for the lake?
You'd have to see it when we get there. Believe me,
I
it's worth
don't
the
know.
trip.
It sounds fishy.
Let's go see if we can find those metal sheets of yours.
My sled needs some more, he's not on the bottom. Otherwise it might break, and I don't really want that when I'm sledding.
Would be bad.
So you wander off towards a little blacksmithy nearby and see what can be found there. And are you gonna go to the like a blacksmith here, or are you gonna go and speak with Malser, who you had seen before and done stuff with?
I'll go to talk to Malser first, if it's nearby.
Sure.
If it's not nearby, how far away is it?
He's not by the main market. He's kind of in one of the lower districts, but it would just be like a few minutes walk.
Okay, yeah, I'll go talk to Malser.
So you wander off into the distance and bring the group with you, eventually getting to the downtown smithy. And beyond its simple windows, you can see Malser seated there at his desk. He looks like he's just kind of eating a loaf of bread and staring at something on his little workbench.
Does his shop look more stocked than it was?
Yes, but only slightly.
Only slightly. I see this and I hesitate because said I would go find the thief. I don't think he actually thought I'd go find the thief, but I didn't ever find him. Now I'm feeling guilty.
You all see that Yuri kind of stops, even though you're all now standing outside of the blacksmith.
Yuri?
Hey, what are you gonna do? And I go inside.
Okay. You step inside beyond the door, and you see that man behind the counter looks over, and Malser looks pleased to see you, and he says, "Oh, Yuri, it's good to see you again."
I never found the thief. I'm really sorry. I tried. I'm not the smart one.
Oh,
Really?
that's fine. I didn't expect you to. Don't worry about it.
I still feel bad. Anyways, I came here for a bit of business actually. I was wondering if you had some metal sheets. I have a sled I was working on. I need some metal to make it a bit better.
Might have something around here. He gets up and starts to wander around his shop, and eventually pulls something out from behind a cabinet nearby, and you see that he provides what looks like a long metal sheet. It's like maybe about 4 feet by 4 feet of just pounded out metal here, and he places it on his desk for you to take a look at. You know that you have more than enough here to make your sled.
And then I'd have extra in case I ever need for something else.
Yes.
Hey, it looks good. This is exactly what I needed.
He looks at it and says, takes quite a bit of work to get it all flattened out like this, but I'll sell it to you for 4 gold pieces.
Hey, I'm gonna hand him 5 gold. And it's tough times.
Yeah, he takes the gold and he kind of bows his head to you and he says, I've seen a lot of things down here lately. It's not looking good.
I hope the winter passes soon. I don't like winter. It just kind of makes everything a bit more difficult.
Yeah, he pauses for a second. Yuri, I'd like you to make a persuasion roll, please.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Oh.
Just for raw personability. Oof.
Sorry, man.
A +2?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Yeah, he pauses for a minute, staring out the window, and then looks back at you and says, well, be safe out there.
Hi, you too. I hope good fortune upon you. Falls upon you. Words.
Okay. He nods, and do you guys head out the shop?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys wander from beyond the shop out into the lower district streets. What do you guys
Are
want to
we-
do next?
Are we
Wait a
anywhere
minute.
near?
Have me roll a persuasion roll. Maybe he knows who the thief is.
Are you anywhere near what? The shrine?
Yeah, the person we know who is going to, or the person who left Bella's flock for the.
Indeed. What was his name again? Was it Terrence, or I can't remember.
I didn't think you actually gave me a name.
I thought that I had. What do you have written for your notes there? I know he gave you the address at the very least.
Yeah, I just wrote down in my notes that I have address of a fallen Bella member.
Oh, his name is Erling. Okay.
Erling, right? Okay.
All right. So
I actually do remember that. I must not have written.
yeah, it's okay. It happens. I've got some notes myself here. It's just a couple.
We'll be right back.
A few.
Yeah. Oh, adios, Jacob. You know that Erling's place is somewhere here in the lower district, and yes, it's not too far away.
Okay. If possible, I would like to ask Kira and Yuri to walk by there on our way back to the market or wherever we're headed from here. I don't want to necessarily stop by, but I want to see if I can just look around near the house, see if I notice anything strange or anything feels weird.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
And I'm back.
So you wander, and while leaving the lower district, you decide to pass by this address, which has been given to you by the head priest. You know that Erling, once a member of Bella's flock, has apparently taken up worship of some sort of strange being, and you fear for what might happen to the moral character of the town, or perhaps something else. As you're traveling out, you notice something. Erling's house is very, very basic abode. It's a small little shack that has what essentially looks to be 4 walls and an outhouse that's been attached to it so it can be accessed from the inside. It's about as basic as one's house could get. But you notice something else, which is that the shrine to Avisera that you had seen before is but across the street in an alleyway. So it's very close to Erling's house. It's just across the road and tucked away into a dark alley.
Okay.
That's all you can gather. His house has a very simple, one little pane window there that looks outside. It's currently got what looks to be a cloth draped over it so you can't see inside.
How large of a house is it? How many feet?
Yeah, it's tiny. Maybe 15 by 15. Not including the little outhouse thing that's been attached to it.
I would like to, as we walk past,
I
cast
thought you were going to say cast
magic.
Fireball.
No, I'm not gonna blow the dude up. I swore I wouldn't hurt him. I want to cast
You're gonna
detect
say I'm
magic
gonna cast silence.
Okay, detect magic.
as we walk
Interesting.
past.
Sure. Give me 2 seconds here. Alright. Roll an Arcana check, please.
I don't even think I'm proficient in Arcana.
you are
well,
today.
that'll do.
Okay.
I am today.
You can feel what appears to be classless magic coming from his house, emanating ever so faintly. You can't pick what school it is like you should be able to. You felt this before. It does happen on occasion for a myriad of different reasons, but there's some sort of source like that coming from his house.
Is it a strong or
No, it's very
slight?
mild.
Okay. Alright.
Jay
I
pulls out a
notice the
shotgun.
shrine?
I'm breaching.
Do I notice the shrine across the
Are
street?
we playing Rainbow Six Siege now?
You can make a perception check to see if you notice it.
Alright.
Yeah, 15 or higher, given that it's tucked away.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a 15 or higher.
Yeah, so you would see it, and you would recognize as well that its symbol is that of Avisera's, well, for lack of a better word, face.
Oh. So this is what you were talking about?
Let's keep walking, please.
Just
Well,
stuff
I'm
her into the
looking-
dwarf's crate.
I'll take a stutter step, kind of about to stop, and then keep walking.
Okay.
I want to assess the outhouse. I want to look at it, give it a good look. Is it well made or is it complete shit?
Perception check, please.
17.
It is not very well made. None of the houses, in fact. And if you look around, pretty much everything here looks as though it was put together by people who did not have the best of trade skills.
Well, if adventuring never works out, I could make a good amount of money here.
Not sure if there is much money in this town, at this part of town, to be made.
I
Not to
never
say.
know.
Guys, can we hurry up a little bit? I feel bad leaving Rook alone back at the Hunter's Lodge.
That's not. He's fine. He's a grown, independent orc
Yeah,
who can't drink at all.
Uh,
And has a
okay.
really weak handshake.
but
And,
I
In
still
fact, I
think we
don't
should
like
hurry
any
back.
yeah, we should probably get back to him because he's gonna be crying if he doesn't have his boyfriend with him.
Yeah, sure.
And I wink at him.
Let's go with that.
Okay. So you all return back to the Hunter's Order, leaving the lower areas and getting back into this large building here. And it looks as though Rook is just kind of over by Oral's desk with a chair there, chit-chatting with him.
I wanted to, while everybody was gone, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
bring up. So Oral, what was that thing that happened a few weeks ago where the whole lodge was
Thing?
shut down? Everybody had moved out. You were gone for like a month
yeah,
or
we,
a season.
had a few things to take care of, let's just say.
Could I, by chance, know these things? Huh?
He raises an eyebrow and he says, "How long have you been here, Rook?"
Almost a year now.
When that number gets a little bit higher, come and talk to me again.
Hey, I've done a good amount of work for the Order.
I didn't say you were a slouch, I just said I can't tell you about it.
Okay. Did everything end out well in the end?
Yes and no. You ever had a problem that went away, but you don't know if it's really gone? Kind of like that.
So, just by chance, everything worked out, and kind of have to hope for it now?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Goddamn snakes.
Basically,
At least
yes.
no one's in danger for now. I
So.
hope.
Kind of like looks out the window for a sec and takes a sip of his tea.
How long have you been here, Oro?
A while.
Kinda look like it.
And what do you mean by that?
Nothing.
I'm still young and spry.
How old does he look?
He's got a lot of gray in his hair.
I'm sure you're very spry. Is that why you're behind the desk?
Jeez. He takes another sip of his tea and shakes his head.
I don't have much anything else.
Okay. So you guys chit-chat for a bit and
before-
then sit there in silence for a little while. What's up?
Well, people are coming back and be like, I'm actually gonna go run an errand real quick. I'll meet you guys back at the lodge.
Time
Here,
to
and I'll
pray to
take
some
out-
cultists.
Oh
Well-
yes. I'll give them a couple good berries to have food today.
Okay.
Because
I
there is no
devour
food.
the good berry the moment she hands it to me. I devour both good berries,
Okay.
even though it doesn't do anything.
Okay, so you eat a good berry there. Jay, you get a couple as well. And where are you headed off, Irisfield? What's the plan? I am intrigued.
Well, I'm going to head off not back the way we came until I'm out of sight.
Back to the way,
And then I'm gonna-
like, into the lower wards?
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh, okay, you're in the lower wards now.
I want to go see what this shrine is and why Jay's so spooked
Okay.
about all of this.
Make an investigation check, then. Now that you kind of
Okay.
have time and you're looking at it up close and everything.
He was just shaking in his chair.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a 19.
Okay. Very close. You look about and check out the area. In this alleyway, it seems as though there's some refuse, like down the way, what appears to be a broken crate next to a couple of empty barrels that have fallen over. You see what looks like a couple of fish bones laying next to some discarded rags, that kind of thing. But around the altar, things are clear. It's as though somebody has come by here with perhaps a duster or a broom and swept a little bit. I was trying to think of the word for broom. I was like, sweeper? What the fuck is that thing called? And they've taken the time to make it look quite nice. Also, the altar itself is composed of what appears to be a bunch of bricks which have been laid down to make like a little stone raised area, which is maybe about like 1 by 2 feet large. Like, it's quite small. It's placed up against the wall, and it has on it a ceramic depiction of what Avisera's face looks like. That strange sigil. It looks like it was roughly made. Like it was clearly created and fired by somebody who could work pottery, but wasn't exactly like a mastercraft, or if they were, they didn't put that much time into it. And it has been placed neatly here, and that's it. That's the whole thing. You can see kind of on these stones, there's like a couple of copper pieces, and somebody looks like they maybe left like a twig here, but that might have just been something the wind blew in. That's basically what it looks like.
Can I get an idea of how long ago this place was slept on?
How long it's been here?
Yeah. No. How long it's been since someone just swept it out?
Oh.
Because you said it's clean and everything.
Yeah. So, it's kind of tough to tell given the weather and everything, but probably just in like the last couple of days, you would guess.
Okay.
It looks like it's been freshly cleaned.
Okay. Then I'm actually gonna go ahead and head to the castle. After that, kind of make a note, be like, "Oh, Bobby Sarah, what are you doing?"
Okay, so you head off towards the castle. Meanwhile, the other three have all met at the order. So God damn it. You see the two of them come in through the door here. Yuri and Jay have returned, although they've lost Irisville along the way.
Welcome back. Missing a short person, but I'm sure it's fine.
Hey, what do you mean I'm here? Right here.
That is true, you are the shortest.
Mm-hmm. You never forget.
How tall is your character?
Actually, not that much shorter than fucking Israel. Here, my character is 4'7".
How tall is Irisville?
5 foot, I'm pretty sure.
Like, substantially shorter.
Yeah, 5 foot.
5 inches. Anyway.
For a dwarf, 5 inches is nothing. Like, basically the same height. Gotta take what you can get.
Well, I'm longer in other regards.
There's nothing much to do, huh? Day's slow, snowing.
Hey, you want to help me fix my sled?
No.
You're that bored.
Okay, so you're headed off towards the castle.
Fix my sled.
Yep.
Irisville, when you get up there, the guards let you in just fine. Where do you want to go and what do you want to do?
I want to go see if Nessa is available.
Ah, okay. So let's see. Are you gonna ask a guard or like go straight up to the door where she lays beneath or beyond? Sorry.
She generally has guards on those doors, right?
Yeah, there's usually 2 men that guard the outside.
Okay, yeah, I'll just head over there and ask them if she's in or available, I should say.
Okay. You eventually get to these very well-armored Dragonborn, and one of them pauses for a second before looking over at you, and he shakes his head to designate no.
Okay, as in she's not.
Yeah,
After I ask.
Yeah, you ask if she's available, and he just shakes his head, telling you that you can't.
Okay. Could I leave a note with her?
Ah. The 2 guards look at one another, and then the same one that had shook his head, he nods at you, and he kind of extends his hand in your direction, waiting for you to hand a note to him.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take out a piece of paper, and of cool. Let's start like scribbling down a note, which
Sure.
I will give to you in text form very soon here. After that, I'll just head back to the order, I guess.
Sure. Okay. So they'll take the note, and you can send that to me in a second. Back at the order, are you guys just waiting for Earsfield?
While Ira is
Um,
gone, I actually want to head to the temple again.
I want to add the metal to the bottom of my sled, as we discussed need to be done.
Okay, so you work on your sled, and Jay, what do you want to do?
Go to the temple.
Head to the temple. So you managed to wander off and get to the temple. You've been away from it for very little time today, and as you come back in, it looks much as you remember.
Okay. Is the head priest here?
The head priest is here.
I just want to try and talk to him for like a minute, and like usual, if he's like talking with someone, I won't interrupt. I'll wait till he's ready. It's not like a rush or anything.
Okay. So you wait a little bit of time since he's speaking with one of the other priests. There isn't much in here for people from the town, actually. It's mostly people that actually work here. But eventually their conversation finishes, and the head priest, seeing you waiting, approaches you. Jay, it's good to see you, my brother. Blessings to you. What is it?
Blessings to you as well. Are we like currently in like somewhere that's pretty private, or would I have to ask him to like step into another room?
You'd have to ask him. There's priests all around you guys just kind of
Okay.
wandering and doing stuff.
I'll ask him if he doesn't mind stepping into another room with me.
He nods and heads off towards the back room there where, there's that large raised wooden, that large table that once a certain cat person was resurrected on.
Yes,
It's
I
completely
remember.
empty in here save for a bunch of like ingredients and things like that over on a dresser nearby. He looks at you and he says, "What is it, Jay?"
Well, first I wanted to ask if we've recently lost any more of Bella's flock. I know times are tough.
Yes.
And,
Yes,
Has
I
it-
think we have.
know if it has anything to do with that shrine that we discussed before.
No, deaths to the cold.
Deaths to the cult.
Yes, apparently a couple of folk who have frozen in the last few nights. There's, let's say, little warmth to go around these days.
Gosh.
It happens. Winter is no stranger to death, though I will say that this is a particularly long, harsh winter.
Does seem that way. I came to speak with you because I believe your knowledge of magic is somewhat greater than mine, and I was walking past earlier today the house of Erling, and as I promised, I did not disturb him or try and speak with him at all, but I sensed something as I passed by his door, and it was as though there was a faint remnant of some sort of magic, but didn't identify it to any of the schools that I'm familiar with. This something that should be worrisome to me because I must admit I've been a little bit troubled as of late with everything going on.
Well, this is interesting development.
I'm happy to look into it more, but I did give you my word that no harm would come to him, and I didn't want to just barge in on him without a proper reason for introducing myself.
I've known you for some time, Jay. I'm sure what decisions you make will be with best judgment you can muster. I have no doubts that you're of good character. So do what you must, but as far as I know, Erling is a farmhand. I've only spoken with him in passing over the last few years that I've known him, but don't believe he's magically inclined or gifted. I wish I could tell you more.
No, this is more than I was hoping to learn by coming here, and I thank you for that.
He's been, well, like many people, locked to the town to some degree with little to no work outside beyond the walls, especially given all the wolf attacks, though they've died down, thank goodness, but magic? That just seems strange.
Aleutian, does Bella's church have like a confession practice, or
Oh,
is that more of like something you just handle on your own with her?
that would be something you would handle on your own.
Okay, cool.
You could tell a priest, especially if you were hoping for like guidance from them, but that's of your own choice.
Okay. In that case, I think Jay at this point,
It's a fireball.
no, is going to say his goodbyes and head back to the rest of the party.
Okay, sure. Oh goodness. I see an
There's your-
interlink.
Oh, that's
Oh, that was
something
from
else.
a while ago.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's pretty good though.
Interesting. I'm reading Earsfield's note real quick here. Give me a brief moment.
Problem.
Okay. So, with that, you leave the temple and you're headed back towards the group. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you managed to get back there fairly quickly, and Earsfield, you two meet up with the group.
Okay. Well,
How did my
Go
sled
on.
building go?
How did your sled building go? You
how did-
finished most of it. The hard parts are long behind you now. Just comes attaching some metal to a already pretty well built frame. Your sled is good. It now has a couple of pieces of metal on the bottom to reduce friction, and you think it's going to be fairly useful. You could, if you want, consume more of the sheet in order to make the sled sturdier. But as far as like adding speed to it, you've already achieved that goal. With no need for
I'll
a check.
save the rest of the metal, and I want to set the crate on the sled.
Okay, so you can add to your inventory a 2x4 sheet of metal.
I'm gonna put that in the crate, obviously.
Yep. So everyone meets up. The sled is fixed up. The group is here. Braxton is ill somewhere. What do you guys want to do?
well, I'm not sure what to go on right now. I want to head down to the lake.
I do
Nice.
too, but
Yeah,
Kind
I
of.
don't understand the need to go and get wet in the winter.
oh yeah, they don't know about that, huh?
No.
It was briefly explained to us when you explained it to Gray.
Well, it's a sight to behold, and being a great soul, I think you should see it.
But
As
I don't
well
want
as-
to get wet and it's winter outside. It's cold. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to be in the lake for that long. It's fine, it's fine.
I
Or
do
for
even know if
natural
it's not
swimmers.
frozen.
Of course it's frozen. It's winter.
Then why are we wanting to go to a frozen lake?
All we need to do is touch the water.
But the water is frozen.
So
We can
sassy
get
for a
through
dwarf.
it.
Yura,
Do you have
what's
a
the
problem
weather?
with me, Orc?
What's the weather looking like the next couple days here?
Well, I can only see what's up for tomorrow, but... And I'll druidcraft to see what the weather is for the next 24 hours.
The rest of today will be much the same, but during the evening, a horrid storm is going to blow into town. In fact, the winds are going to be incredibly bad. The snow and the cold, who knows, but the winds are going to be howling.
I wanted to
Luckily-
take a break after the, whole ordeal, but this is getting a little too long.
Well, I left a note with Nessa to see if she had any information on the winter. I'm not sure who else to ask, but
Oral was saying it wasn't nothing to worry about.
I kind of like
Is
look
Oro?
look at
So we're in
my.
the hunter's order right now, right?
Yeah, you're all in the main room, and Oral's
Is
like
Oral there?
20 feet away down the hall at his desk.
Did he hear anything? I want to like glance him as he says this.
Yeah, make an insight check for me.
I kind of like glance outside, and then I glance at my little
Oh,
orb that's
well,
showing
it's
horrible
not
weather.
amazing. Do I have any? That's a 10.
Okay. His face shows little amount of change. He might have heard it and just chose to say nothing, or maybe he missed that his name was mentioned. He looks like he's busy with something.
I think it's something to worry about.
It's only been
Hey, with
24 days of winter, and like, I guess like, since I think I came from somewhere south or not from here originally, did winter ever like leak over into spring or like?
Oh, yes. The seasons sometimes take a little bit of time to adjust, but rarely would you. In fact, never would you see a flake of snow past like the 10th day of spring.
this is
This
a
is something
like,
to worry about.
table talk question, illusion. So like, in normal world is the equator and everything's warmer, kind of towards the equator, but your world kind of has the seasons just rotating in a circle. Does the equator actually exist, or is every place just kind of similar
Cold.
circumstances?
Well, you are from another world, so you have no idea.
It's a good point.
The amount of travel that you've done has been limited to pretty much like the same area.
I
No, that was
know.
more of a curiosity thing than like an actual like in-game question.
And as far as it goes, table talk, the world does have areas which are colder and warmer than others, and they persist like that through the years. However, when a season comes by, it does like increase or decrease that effect depending on what the season is. So Kazil is known for being cold, and it's just regularly cold. And unless you're there in the summer, it's going to be cold. Their winters are harsher than other places, etc.
Got him.
What is there to do? We could, take a nice vacation into the Underdark. That's an option.
Oh, dude, yeah, go down the mines.
We what? 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 No.
I would not mind trying to see if we can find that Drow Ranger. What was her name?
A drow?
Savendis's?
You wouldn't
What?
mind going into the Underdark to meet a drow. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, the one I met was quite nice. Although
Okay,
we
putting
did
aside
kind
the
of-
drow part, we're going into the Underdark now?
Been there
It
a
was
few
just
times.
an
I mean,
idea.
it's a joke.
Hey, you're a crazy lot.
Could always mine. I mean, I could mine, try to make money.
That's a respectable work. That's a respectable job.
It's a good profession.
Just nothing to do.
Well,
Could always try to hunt
Rook,
that.
we can do a little bit more training. You can get that mounting right.
Yeah, I guess so. We
I
could,
had trouble with it last time.
I mean, I'm not one for reading books, but does
Books.
I
Gross.
had an idea. Wolves aren't so big an issue, but there's no meat. You should go hunt some wolves, make some money, get some meat, have a meal that's not a berry.
well, I don't think we want to go out today at all.
Well, it'd
Did
be
she
fine
actually
today,
mention the weather?
but yeah, I would have told you guys. It's gonna be horrible, starting like evening into nighttime.
You conjure the druid bubble, and on it just says nope.
It's just like a pit, just completely white.
100%
It just has-
chance.
I- Jay would like
Yeah.
to, at this point, after kind of sitting back for most of this, kind of spacing out, Jay is gonna sit forward and try and like pull everybody in, like closer, so that he can whisper, be
Okay.
heard.
Eating, nice.
I'm a bit close. I don't know if I like this group huddle thing.
I don't like the dwarf's
When
beard in my
we-
face.
I don't like the orc's
Guys,
breath in me face.
please. When going through the lower district today, I noticed something passing by the shrine, and follower
Hey.
of Avisera's house there.
Bobby, who?
The demigod that we sort of created.
Yeah, okay.
There was magic.
You made a demigod.
Shut up, dwarf. Hold on. Alright, Jay, finish.
There was magic coming out of the man's house, and from what I know of him, after speaking to people who know him, he was but a farmhand, not a magic user himself. And what's more alarming, the magic was not from any school that I've ever experienced or heard of before. It was unknown magic.
That sounds interesting. Can we go
Right,
hunt
it
him down
sounds like
today?
sorcery. Bunch of wizardry nonsense.
I
Real men
certainly-
don't mess with books and magic.
I'd certainly like to wait for, if Nessa sends a response. So, sticking around the city would be.
Wait, what does your message to Nessa have to do with this? You asked her about winter. What does that have to do with this situation?
Well, we're not leaving the city this way.
It's in town, isn't it?
Why would we be leaving the city?
Go hunt wolves?
But the
Why, we
think-
already
I
determined
think
that.
Ear is
Why-
saying this is a good idea. Not
Yes.
Oh.
I don't need you confusing me, lass.
I said I like this idea because we're staying in the city.
Alright, so we're hunting down some guy? I'm ready. I stand up.
No. Brooke, this is a good man. He was at one point a follower of Bella. I don't think he means any
I saw
harm
he
in
went
what he's doing.
bad. The bad apple now. You got to go lynch him.
Well, Jay, why don't we just go talk to the guy?
Yeah, I'd rather. Jay is like sweating again, like when fucking Braxton was going to the library.
I'm picturing
going
Rook
into the
has like a
temple.
whetstone. He's just sharpening his axe. You're like a good person, huh?
I think we don't want to hurt him. I think we just want to talk to him and maybe learn about what he's been doing and why there's magic
we
coming
want
out of
to
his house.
Yeah, we can.
Interrogate
You can talk to him,
him.
and if he lays a finger on you, we can, chop him in half.
I like this plan. Okay, the order 10 points. 10 points to my affinity.
Uh-oh. It's escalating.
I did promise someone that we wouldn't hurt him. So if we can avoid hurting him,
Hey, you promised you wouldn't hurt him. We're not bound by this.
I
Can use
promise
us-
our collective party wouldn't hurt him.
Ah,
I made a
I don't know. Now
promise
he's
in your
making
name.
promises for me.
Jay, if he tries to kill you, probably not gonna go well for him.
Right. I can
If he
see
does
that,
not
but
try to kill you, then everything's fine, and we'll go
if-
talk to him.
if shit goes down, just make sure that we think
have me
before we
accident.
strike. Yeah.
Right. Try not to kill the guy.
Let's
I-
do our best to avoid bloodshed. How about that?
Okay,
not-
so we're just trying to
of
get
course.
information from this guy, correct, Jay?
Yes.
You-
I'll,
And
I'll
the past-
Adventurers are a
In the
strange
past, when
lot.
we've tried to get information, it's usually ended poorly.
I
He's
know.
like cracking his knuckles. Just
It'll
trying to
be-
get information from this guy, right?
I'd like to go.
Okay.
We're just trying to get information. Okay, I'm gonna go to the back room, Illusion.
Puts on a pair of brass knuckles.
I'd like to go into
He
the
goes to the
inventory
bathroom
room.
to get the extra
Okay.
big axe.
I'd like to put my greatsword onto the shelf, my hunter's order greatsword, and pick up the maul.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna have that one on me for now.
Is that a dwarven maul or is it just a regular maul?
Oh, it's the hunter's order maul. It's got its crest on the middle.
Yeah. You see, he returns here having swapped out a blade for a heavy object.
I would
Right,
like to
I'm
do
ready.
everything in my power to hide the various pieces of Bella's like symbol and stuff that are on my person.
Sure. Okay.
like tuck my holy symbol away underneath my armor.
Alright. Try and make it so that, for all intents and purposes, you look like, at the very least, like a cleric of somebody, but who knows, or just like a wandering warrior.
Yeah, like more of like a fighter than a
Right. Okay.
who just chooses to use a tiny little mace.
Beautiful. Okay, sure. So everybody gets their stuff here, and you guys are headed off towards Erling's house?
Yeah, I guess so. I am going to. Let's see. Which one of these things do I want to turn into to ride on Jay's shoulder?
Do I have time to go to the bathroom real quick before we head here?
Sure.
Oh,
Let's
it's
take
gonna
a
take like
quick
10
5-10
years.
minute break here.
Alright, cool. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Could we go on the 10-minute side? Because I think I have to do something for around that.
Okay, slightly longer break than normal, folks. We'll be back in a few.
Oh man, some super cool, like tiny creatures. Too bad, like, no, it's a fae. Like, I'm gonna turn into a pixie. Perfect.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Ugh.
Come back,
Welcome back.
boats.
The out of character, I want Braxton to be there so that we have somebody who's proficient in Arcana and can like do magic shit. But in character, this is the perfect time because Jay wants Braxton nowhere near the cult.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm gonna hide in your pocket as like a mouse or something.
It's all been a ploy to sabotage Will's computer all along.
Oh, I see.
Very good. Well played. Well done. Accomplished.
Required 6 years of planning of dissuading him from buying a new computer.
Long-term
Considering-
goals. All for
Considering,
this moment.
considering I've known Will for like a year.
Yeah, I did the reverse psychology on Josh. He wouldn't buy a new computer no matter how many times I told him to, and I figured if I keep telling him, he'll eventually not buy a new computer.
Except then I did.
Except then he did. Foiled all my plans. Because now, he's just a jerk and doesn't play with me, games with me. It's not because his computer can't run it.
Well, you know, things happened.
I must finish my boat. Beautiful, beautiful, giant-ass fucking shouldn't have been made boat. Technically isn't even a boat.
Does anybody know where Illusion is?
You gonna do something, I guess?
Why are you so loud, Josh?
Sort of here. I thought Uchi wasn't back yet.
Is Uchi back yet?
Oh,
He is.
what's up?
Oh no, I just wasn't sure who we were waiting on, and you were
Yeah.
the only one who was away.
Yeah, no, he said he had something to take care of that would take a little bit longer than usual.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Time to start up the chest again, boys.
Lack
Oh,
of sleep
God.
is hitting me.
If you need to end early, then it's totally fine.
Yeah, we
Although-
probably will, but I want to get a little bit more in before.
Yeah, it might be strange for everybody else to go investigate this, and then Jay just kind of gets sick.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I feel like it'd be good to have Braxton here too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I said.
You guys want to we could end it where you guys go to the castle and get him, and then the next one is you guys all go off. I'll set up to chat with him.
Yeah, except Jay's not gonna be here
Well-
next week.
Oh
Yeah, next week I'm
That's the whole
on
thing.
vacay.
And then I'm gone the next week.
Exactly.
It's all over.
Oh, excuse me.
Also, something in character, Jay was saying he didn't want Braxton to be there for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of
It's
character.
the perfect time.
Out of character, I want Braxton here for this, but in character,
This is the
Yeah.
perfect time.
in character, Jay wants Braxton nowhere near the cult.
Okay, well we're all here. I mean, here. Let me put this over here for a second.
Sorry.
No, it's all good, bud. Why are you whispering?
Why not?
Buddy on stream doesn't hear me.
I think that's how that works.
Just don't worry about it.
Can't have K know I stole your girl. Let's see here. The gang's here, so if you guys want to, you can. If you want to go check it out now, we can certainly do that.
Check it out.
I'm thinking now would probably be a better I mean, I can't ask this, obviously. If it's going to be a long, blown thing, probably not. But if it's going to be a thing we can actually get done, then yeah, we should go do it now.
We should go do it now.
Because that would be
Alright.
a really awful thing to, not get done this week.
Alright. So the four of you have all gathered yourselves and are leaving the Hunter's Order in order to make your way towards Erling's house, doing some investigation. Jay has told you a little bit about the situation and has urged you to avoid violence.
Something we're extremely good at.
Indeed. Traveling down the streets, you eventually get into the lower ward, and there it is, Erling's house.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Before we come into the view of the house, I will wild shape into a mouse and hide in Jay's pocket.
Okay.
And wait there.
What do you guys want to do?
I look at Ira do this, and I just shake my head.
I walk up and
Elves.
knock on the door.
Let us see.
We all be. I'll be behind Jay.
I'm gonna go, mess around with my sledge off to the side.
You hear a voice that calls from beyond the house that says, who is it?
Oh, it's pleasant.
I'm Jay. I'm just here to ask you about something that I noticed across the street. Is it alright if I come in?
Trying to be that witch we ran into in the swamp that one day.
There's a pause, and then you hear a couple of footsteps, and the door opens up, and you see what looks like a man wearing a set of common clothes with a sort of frail physique. He's probably in his early 30s, maybe late 20s, and has the appearance of somebody who has not eaten a whole lot as of late. But he seems to be in good spirits, and he's roughly about your height. Might have been a fairly able worker in his day, and kind of looks at you and your motley crew out here in the street, and turns towards you, Jay, since you're at the front, and he says, "Well, what is it then?"
Well, first of all, please forgive me for saying so, but you look a bit hungry. Could you use some food? And I'll pull out a good berry.
Oh no, that's quite all right. I am not eating of my own choice. I assure you, I'm okay.
I see.
You said your name was Jay?
Yes, Jay Carson.
He extends a hand to you and shakes your hand if you'll let him.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
Erling, it's good to meet you, Jay.
Nice to meet you too. I can't help but notice, but the shrine across the street, if that's indeed the right term for it, and I'll kind of point over to where I'd seen the alley there. The shrine.
Okay.
And
He looks over your shoulder and looks at it for a moment and then looks back at you.
symbol on it looks like someone that I know quite well. You know Avisera.
Make a persuasion roll, please, Jay.
I'm just waving behind Jay.
Maul in hand. Flexing.
It's kind of like my cane.
No, why is it Jay? Is that Jay?
It's an 18.
Alright, sweet. 18 just flat, I believe. Persuasion? I get +2, so 20.
You're not from the city, are you? You're gonna ask me to take it down, aren't you?
No, of course not. I'm actually pretty close with Avisera. She helped me get through a very tough time in my life. I owe her a lot.
I see.
Oh, now I know who that is. Finally, figured that one out.
I just wanted to know, is this your shrine? Did you craft this?
He nods and he says, I did.
By any chance, this guy doesn't look like that guard, right? It's not that guy that we scared the shit out of sitting outside of the caves.
No, it is not.
Okay. I just was wondering how you came across her, if you have indeed met her, or whether it was more word of mouth that she was passed on to you.
How close is everybody to Jay right now?
I'm probably about like 5 or 6 meters.
So you guys are
I
like
am.
out in the
Something like
street.
I'm out in the street. I'm a decent ways away.
Right. You're a mouse.
I was in Jay's pocket.
I was being like a bud to Jay. I'd imagine like just a few feet behind him.
Okay. He looks at your companions, Jay, and then he turns to you and says, I saw her in a dream, if you must know.
Did she speak to you?
She did.
I don't mean to intrude, of course, but might I ask what she said to you?
Something personal. I don't mean to be rude, Jay. I'm sure you and your companions here are good people. It's just not something I'm sure I want to talk more about.
No, that is completely understandable.
If you want to use the shrine and also seen Avisera, then by all means, please do. An offering if you wish. I tend to it regularly and try to keep it as clean as I can.
Do you have any formal meetings or gatherings in her name?
He shakes his head. He says, no, I just try to be mindful and think of her when I can, and hope to hear from her again sometime.
Could I insight that?
Sure, please.
Yeah, I would like to as well, if possible.
Very wisdom person. Boy, oh boy, am I. That is a 15.
Okay.
Mine's a 17.
You both think that Erling is telling the truth. It does not seem as though he's lying to you.
Huh.
Well, in that case, I did have one final matter that I wanted to ask, and I kind of scratch behind my head and do my best, like, bashful kind of look as I say,
Gullible.
it's kind of personal, and I apologize in advance if I'm overstepping anything here, but earlier today, as I walked past your house, I sensed some sort of magic there that was unfamiliar to me. Is there a relic of Avisera inside of your house, or something that she has given you?
Jay, this has been a nice conversation, but I think I have to go. Thank you for stopping by. And he closes the door.
That's weird, right?
Well, I guess we should get going now, Jay. And then, can I like bring him
Raises
around?
the wall.
Can I like, can I like put my arm around him and then like walk around a corner where he can, like the house isn't in view?
Sure.
I'll like try to pick up my child's hand. By that I mean the dwarf in the street playing with his sled.
Okay.
You try to take my hand and I slap it away.
Yo, Jay, I don't like any of that. Look, he was really nice and all, and I kind of do believe he must find some sort of something in his religion, as much as whatever that can do. But that last part was kind of shady.
I'll go ahead and climb out of Jay's pocket and turn back into myself. Look, guys, we just walked up to his house out of the blue, doesn't know us, and just asked him a whole bunch of personal questions about his deity.
You weren't
he saw in a
interrogating
dream.
him.
But the thing is, classless magic's kind of, you know.
I just walked past your house, casted detect magic, detected something was going on, just very casually, and I decided I need to bring this up and ask you direct.
Yeah, I'm with Yuri here. Pretty sure he's just fine.
I mean, I don't think I'd be as worried if it was, like, some registered magic. But, I think we
magic's
all
all
know
nonsense to me.
Avisera, I guess not all, but I think us three kind of know that Avisera is not the kindest.
Got a
I
license for that
give
outhouse?
him a strange look from what he said.
Hey Yuri, we kind of made a demigod, you know, as we were saying,
You
Avisera.
what?
Hey,
God, everything you guys do, it gets weirder. At first a dragon, second you're making a demigod. Next
Well,
thing you
that's
know,
like-
you're gonna be the cause of this winter.
I was like on the path to killing the dragon. It
I'm
was
kind of helping a
Yuri.
friend out.
a long
Yuri.
story.
There were some orcs in the mines here, and we mentioned in passing that if she came across any of them that bothered her, be careful and to, that they were evil and bad orcs. And without thinking or anything, she waved her hands and all of the orcs died. That's the kind of power that this Avisera has, and that's why I'm a little troubled to know there's unknown magic going on in a farmhand's house.
I really don't think this is too much of a problem. I can try to sneak in if you want me to.
I mean, I'm sure any god, I don't know much about the gods here, but I'm sure any god could just wave his hand and have all the orcs disappear. So apparently they missed one.
Bad orcs.
Full breeds.
Hail's a half-breed!
Some full breed orcs are,
They're alright.
I know, they're the worst.
I would agree. Act too much like orcs.
Basically, yes.
Hey, this is what you're like a 10 out of 10 at sometimes, and then you're an orc other times. So it's like a mixed feeling I got going on with you.
I got the same feeling. I act too much like an orc sometimes too, don't worry.
It's getting a little bit sassy in here.
A little bit though, not too much.
Look, Jay, if this is very concerning, then we'll wait for him to out of his house or something, and I'll sneak in and see what's inside.
If you could do so, I would appreciate it.
Alright.
Are we
Yes,
still near the house?
We're just around the corner.
Yeah,
Like within
you're
30
like on the
feet of it?
same block.
I want to use Detect Magic again and see if I can pinpoint where the source of this spell is coming from. Where
Right.
this energy is coming from.
Okay. It seems like it's coming from, like, the back corner of the house. The opposite corner of where the outhouse is. So
Okay.
to give you, like, an idea, like a simple little drawing here. If this is the road going by there, and this is his little abode, there'd be, like, a little outhouse here kind of thing. And it's, like, over here that you kind of feel the magic.
Okay, so we'll do kind of like a walk around the area as I'm using this spell since it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And when I feel
I'll
like I
just
have
watch.
like pretty good pinpoint of it, I'll kind of tell him where I think the energy is coming from.
I'm just gonna stay out of sight and watch. He hasn't seen me yet.
So I guess after walking around, I'll come back to Ira and say it's in the back corner away from the outhouse, and I'll do my best description of how far into it. I don't know how precise Detect Magic is, but I'll
How
kind of give
sturdy
him the
did the
best.
house look over in that corner?
Nothing about the house is sturdy.
I can just bust through it and grab it.
How quiet?
Yeah, you think that either you, Rook, or Jay could, feasibly smash through the walls of this house with enough
That's
gusto.
not what I'm. Is there a way I could quietly and stealthily just like punch a hole in like the bottom for a mouse to go in?
No.
Stealthily
Quietly
punch a hole through a
in
house?
wood.
Hey, I have the tools.
Drill a hole kind of thing, I think he's talking about. I mean, that's still gonna be
I just-
super loud.
I just don't know where the sawing noise is coming from.
Fuck.
Right, so let's hang around here. I am going to
Good chisel.
see if I can talk to Avisera. I'll be back. And I'm gonna go over to the shrine.
Okay. You are over at the shrine, which is across the road. Where's everybody else? So, like, Jay, you would be, let's say, like, over in here. Braxton is ill somewhere. Where are you three?
Looking at this here building, does it look like it has any cracks that a small creature would be able to get through?
No, it is done well enough that there isn't anything like that.
Okay.
Is there like an alleyway next to his house, or like how are the surroundings of his house?
Yeah, there's a bunch of houses and stuff, so you could be in an alleyway on the side if you wanted.
Yeah. Is there a window over here?
No, there's just one really tiny one over on the front end of his house. It has a cloth
Okay.
over it right now.
Yeah.
I'll just like sit over the here,
Okay.
I'll just, yeah.
Like
like
that
on
over
the
here.
ground, cross-legged. Chill.
Guy building ships.
Um,
Oh no,
Kinda
I moved
look
my character.
this-
What do you want from me?
does this place have more than one door to it?
No, just one that faces the street.
Okay. And then the outhouse doesn't have a door that opens up anywhere else. It's just to the inside.
As far as you can tell.
All right. I'll just kind of camp out right here then.
Okay, so Jay, you're over here staring
Wait.
at the shrine. What do you want to do?
I'd like to walk up and keeping my holy symbol and stuff tucked away, I want to walk over to like the depiction of Avisera's face and place one hand on it, and I will just kind of speak out and say, Avisera, I don't know if you remember me. Although our time together was short, it was quite memorial, for me at least. I'm not sure what's going on now. We've been apart for some time, but I was there when you first gained your form, and you were the one who freed me of my demons, and I just been so torn lately, dealing with my own misgivings about various things I've done and various things going on around me that I haven't thought perhaps maybe you're doing your own good in the world. And I see now that you've reached out to others to try and further your own goal, and I must admit, it's a little bit scary for me. You know that I am a follower of Bella, and that I will always place her above all else, but I must know if you consider me a friend still.
Make a wisdom check, please.
God, if I pray to Avisera and she answers after Bella hasn't answered for so long, I'm gonna be so sad. That's 11.
Okay. You pause there and send out your prayers, but Avisera doesn't answer, and you hear nothing comes back to you. There's no change in your surroundings, no voice in your head, nothing.
Okay. After like praying, I'll take my hand off the sign and pull my cloak a little bit tighter, as I'm sure it's freezing out here, and make my way back over to everybody and just kind of shrug.
Okay.
And then start, I don't want to look like we're like hanging out at his house, so I'm gonna like kind of gesture down the road.
Okay. Are you guys gonna go with Jay?
I
Sure.
I'm gonna stay here.
And just
Really?
like, I'm gonna like head
And-
down, maybe turn around a corner, try and find like an alleyway. Like if there's a way that I
Sure.
can get like back in this area, like through other alleyways, and just be like kind of near so I can see Ira,
Yep. I'm gonna kind of just I'll
but
wait
like a
over
ways
here,
off.
Okay, yeah,
and
you
I'm
managed
waiting
to...
for the door to open.
You do a bunch of loops around and eventually get to an area where you can see that Irisfield is further down near the main road. You're in like an alley that has a cluster of houses here and there. And Irisfield, while you're sitting there and while your companions are rearranging themselves, you can hear what sounds like somebody kind of, like walking around inside of the house.
That's fine. I'll go ahead and like kind of lean up there and start taking a short rest, I guess,
Lost
to get my piece
Okay.
charged back.
Oh, Aleutian, is it too late? I meant to leave an offering at the shrine too. Is it too late for me to do that? Would I need to walk
That's fine.
back there?
What do you want to leave?
User
Just
in
like a
your
gold
channel
piece,
timed out.
Okay.
like on the shrine.
Okay, so you leave a little gold piece there. Let's wait 2 seconds while Uchi comes back. Normally doesn't take too long.
Yeah. Basically, my plan is when he opens the door, I'm gonna turn into probably we'll go lizard because lizards can stick to things, and go
They're
ahead.
also a lot less weird.
Yeah.
Noticeable.
Exactly. Certainly a little lizard.
Again, it's
and,
winter, so you might have an issue.
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting.
User joined your channel.
Hey, he's back.
That was a
Right.
weird disconnect. Sorry.
Okay. So you guys have all moved over around here. What do you want to do? What are you talking about?
One of us want to try to open the door again?
I don't know. I'm still like not overly in favor of bugging this man.
I think Ira said she was gonna go in. Brooke. I think we should just wait. What happens and then need be we'll go back or leave it to
So you're just
the
gonna wait here?
devices. For a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some time passes, and half an hour goes by, and there's no change. Earsville, you hear, like occasionally something moves around in the room, then nothing for a while, and then you hear what sounds like maybe like a bowl or something like that clinking against something. You guys want to keep waiting? How long are you willing to wait?
After an hour, if nothing's happened, I'll go knock on the door again.
I'm gonna huddle in my cloak until then.
Okay.
Not
So an hour
on the
goes
door.
by. Nothing. No door open.
I'll go back to the door and I'll kind of gesture that everyone else can wait here if they want to.
Okay. Position yourselves where you want to be.
So the door is right here, this side.
Oh, it's on
I
this
mean,
side.
like over it.
Like it's
Thought it was
just
right
in the front here facing the road.
Okay. Which way does it open?
It just opens out into the road.
But which direction? Like
Towards
out.
Jay.
Towards Jay? What? I meant
Yeah, it
like
swings
does,
out.
Yeah.
Does
It
it open
swings out.
this way?
No.
Or does it open this way?
Yeah, towards Jay, that way.
Oh, I see. Then I'll, before he comes and knocks, I'll go over here and turn into my little lizard and wait for the door to open.
Okay. What do you want to do, Jay?
Knock on the door.
Who is it?
Jay again, just a quick question, sorry.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
There's a long pause, and then the voice calls back, and you hear Erling says, "Jay, I'm sorry, I'm not much for talk right now. Can this wait?"
I just wondered what typical offerings were. I figured you would know best. I apologize for intruding.
Sure, anything's fine.
Alright. Good day to you.
There's no
shit.
response.
Farmhand.
I'll bend over and pick up Ira or let Ira climb up my leg and get back into my pocket, whatever she wants
That'll
to do,
work.
and then I'll just make my way off to the Hunter's Lodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna
Kind of
follow
pop out
with?
and
Rook, Yuri? What
So
are you gonna do?
there's really no way. Like I couldn't take like a chisel and just like slowly over the course of like 2 hours chisel a hole into the wall.
You could.
That'd be
It would be difficult to do
noticeable.
that without him hearing you.
Alright, now head back and follow with them.
Okay. Rook,
Well-
you going with him?
Yeah. Are you
Okay,
sure you don't want me to punch a hole? I could smash a hole.
It's okay, Rook. Really.
Okay.
Thank you guys for doing this with me. I'll say this as we're walking back. Thank you guys for coming with me. I know it was a long shot, and maybe not everyone agreed, but I don't know if I necessarily feel better or worse after this, but at least we tried, and that all
Yeah,
I can really ask for now.
let's get back. It's really cold out here.
Yeah, and from what you've told us, it's only gonna get worse.
Tonight's gonna be pretty bad. Very
Okay.
windy.
So everyone goes back to the order, and are you going to turn in for the day until tomorrow?
Well, we
Basically,
can't. I
yeah, I
can't
mean-
sleep at the order, so
Okay.
I'm gonna wait at the order and see if any notes come, I guess.
All
Did
right.
Oral tell us anything? Did he say that they'd only have a mission for Braxton and Yuri once the winter cleared, or was that kind of he was still looking?
Yeah, he said that when the winter cleared up, they'd probably have something.
Okay.
So, you guys go back to your different areas. Jay at the temple. The Hunter's Order members go off to there, and the castle picks up a dwarf once again. And you wait throughout the night and get a long rest. Nothing really happens at the Order. Likewise, the temple is quiet, and so is the castle. It's the next day, and outside there are horrible winds blowing about. What's that, Yuri?
I would like to and then I just do my typical work on my axe spiel thing.
Okay.
I guess I would have gone to the temple and gave them the 25 good berries that we had left over.
Okay. What is the plan?
And then, I'm gonna wait in the Hunter's Order. There's not much to do, so I'll kind of practice with my staff, not staff. God dang, it's taking care of Jesus
Jay and
Christ.
Yuri, are you gonna go
My
off
bow.
to meet the rest of the Order?
Jay is going to, until someone comes to the temple, if Ira stops by to drop off the good berries, I'll tell her then when she's there. But
Okay.
Jay is going to, until further notice, spend the next however long in constant prayer to Bella.
Sure. Okay.
And I am going to eat my good berry each day and spend the rest of the day in silent personal prayer with her.
Make a wisdom check, please.
"13."
You say your prayers. Bella does not respond to you, and eventually Irisville comes in and hands off these good berries.
Be here if you need me, Ira.
Sure.
Okay.
That's one of the things I will go ahead and add to the list of things I'll do for a while is some prayers to Tilva as well.
Sure. Where are you doing your prayers?
I'll just do it the Hunter's Order.
Okay.
Because
Elva.
Now, a thing to note, while you had traveled over towards the temple, you had seen that, a table had been broken in the market from the winds last night. And they
Oh, man.
continue to blow around, and it lays smashed, broken in half against a nearby store. It takes you
Okay.
considerable time to get back to the Order, because every now and then the wind buffets against you, and you find it difficult even to move a few steps forward.
okay. In that case, I'll go ahead and turn into a direwolf. My trips through the snow. I'm a lot stronger, a lot bigger.
Okay.
Casually
To
a
make
dire
things
wolf
easier.
in the city.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to look at that weird, think off about it. It's just a wolf.
Yep, we'll be fine.
Okay. Alright. You make your way back
Fine.
towards the Hunter's Order.
All's fine in the world.
I'll
Um,
sure if I see any guards, I'll go ahead and turn back into myself. But
Okay. What's up, Brooke?
Is Oral just at the front desk?
Yep, same as always.
Oral, what do you even do here when it's this bad?
Sorry, what?
Is there anything to do in Everwatch? Please tell me there is. I'm bored.
Jeez, Brooke. I don't know. Don't you have like a job or something?
Well, that's usually hunting or doing stuff for the Order.
There's still wolves out there.
Yeah, but it's when it's this bad?
I don't know, go ask the guard or something. It's not like I'm gonna have much work for you. No one has any money.
I'd be willing just to do things for fun at this point.
Okay, well you can sweep the outside. There's a broom over in the back.
It's... I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
Savage.
Alright, so is everyone gonna meet at the Order here? Or, Jay, you're gonna just stay in prayer?
Yep, I'm praying
Okay.
until someone fetches
How about
me.
you, Yuri? You've woken up in the morning, what do you want to do?
I'll probably go back. Probably not in the morning. I'd probably wait until like early afternoon. But at some point, I want to go to Mouser's and see about using his forge and work on my axe there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make your standard check for your smith tools. Mouser's there, and he will let you use the forge. He doesn't charge you or anything.
Okay. Please be good. Bad. That's a 12.
12? Okay.
Wait, that's just straight strength check. It's just
Yeah,
3.
strength plus if you
So,
have
10.
proficiency with the tools.
And I don't have proficiency,
Okay.
so it's just a 10. Really average.
Yeah, you don't really get anywhere working on the axe. You try it out, you're getting more familiar with using a forge, but you don't make much in terms of progress.
Uh,
Are you headed to meet with the group or go back to the castle or what?
maybe ask Mouse for some tips, and then yeah, go meet up with the group.
Okay, sure. Yeah, he gives you a couple of useful tips and shows you the grip that you have for your hammer is like slightly off, and this might help next time, that kind of thing. But it's not much for what you can do here. And eventually
Okay.
you meet up back with the group. Jay is absent.
Hey, well, we're down 2. The necromancer is still sick.
Unfortunate.
Isn't there, like, any fun activities to do in town? Like, I don't know, gamble or something?
I don't know. You've been here longer than I have.
We could spar in the back.
You
wouldn't
don't
mind
look
that.
like a good sparring partner. No offense.
Hold on. Hey, Oral.
He looks over at you, and he looks like he's like, yeah.
Can I gamble anywhere?
He raises an eyebrow.
I'll be like, there's gambling everywhere in taverns, but I'm not sure that there's gonna be many people there right now.
There's no, like, anywhere I could just throw dice at people and win money?
I don't know. Go find Win.
Oh, is he good at that stuff? That sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna do that. Have fun reading books.
Jeez.
Sorry, Oral. I say as Rook leaves.
Okay.
God, I
He's
hope
being a bit
I...
more of an orc today than, you know, a 10 out of 10.
You should
Like,
go up the
I hope
mountains
I'm
and use Yuri's sled. Jeez.
I hope I just
I want
intrude.
to. I really do. I really wanted to. And that's kind of why I suggested going and hunting wolves.
That'd be the best character death. Just getting like impaled on a bunch of rocks.
Oh my god. Well,
180 into neck break.
there's not exactly much to do over there. I'm not sure.
I'm going to go find Oral. I mean, fuck. Win.
Win? Okay, sure. Make an insight check for me as you
I'm
wander
gonna
out,
go
Rook.
find Oral. Turns around immediately, and
Do
Oral
I
just
remember that
sighs.
building he was at?
You do. You want to go there?
Yeah, I'll go there first.
Sure. Alright. You wander off into town and eventually get to this balcony that you had seen him at before. Its doors are closed and the wind is blowing about furiously. What do you want to do?
Go up and knock.
Furiously.
Oh my god.
Okay, you find the front door here to this abode and go and tap a couple of times. Let's see here. Alright, the door opens up, cracked just ever so slightly given how horrid the weather is, and you can see a woman on the other side there who looks like she's probably in her late 20s, and she says, "Hello."
Oh God, sorry. I was looking for a friend of mine. I saw him near here, named Win. Smokes a pipe often. Pretty good with arrows. Know him?
Jesus fuck.
I know him all right.
Make a persuasion roll, please.
I think that's a 15.
15, okay.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, I haven't seen Win today. I don't know where he is."
Oh.
Why is that a thing?
Hmm.
You know, like by chance where he is. Also, sorry. Good to meet you. It's freezing outside. Yeah.
She says, "Well, it's quite cold. I'd try the tavern, maybe."
Yes.
All right.
It's time. We gotta go back to the fun place.
Well, I'm gonna go over there. It's good to meet you. I'm Rook. Bye.
Bye. And she closes the door quickly.
Is that the same woman?
Yes, as far as you can tell, but you never saw her face when she was on the balcony.
How's Win's game? Is Win's game good?
Is Win's game good?
The real question.
Win's game is subpar.
Oof.
So is she like a 5
Oh,
out of 10
no.
or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Well, she has a nice personality.
That was a natural one.
So you get off towards the tavern, going towards the inland romp. Then I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. You eventually get there, and you can hear
I wanna
what
meet up.
sounds like some glasses clinking from inside and everything like that. It is only morning, but apparently there's people in there.
Sounds like a great place to be. Going in.
Okay. You wander on in, and you can see that, indeed, a couple of the tables, not all of them, it isn't a full house, but there are a few people who are currently eating. Most of them look like common folk, and as you gander about, you see the familiar barkeep, but Win is not here.
I coincidentally have been there.
Coincidentally, have
Feel
been
like-
there.
I feel like that's what my character would have done if he was bored.
I would have asked if you wanted to spar, but you don't have access to the back.
No, you're
Last
not
time I
there.
came here. Alright. Sadness.
I don't even have like playing cards or dice on me.
Bad life.
Are any of them gambling? By that I mean throwing dice at each other.
Throwing dice at each other. Let's see, let's roll luck. Yes, there is a table that appears to be gambling right now. You can see a good deal of coin on the table, and they're playing what appears to be a card game right now with stakes.
Glancing at the pot, is it like gold coins or is it?
You see the odd gold coin here and there, but it's mostly silver.
I sit down, slap a coin down, and go, "Get me in."
What do you put down? What's your coin?
Gold coin.
Okay. Somebody looks over and says, "Alright, let us finish up this round and I'll deal to you." And they finish their game and then eventually hand you a set of cards. Do you have proficiency with cards at all?
I don't think so.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, that's bad. I shouldn't have said intelligence.
checks. So good at these.
Hey, 11.
Okay. You lose your first round immediately. They explain the rules to you, and you think that you kind of get it, and before you know it, the game has run away from you, and in but a few minutes, though you have some fun perhaps, you've lost your gold coin.
Okay. Well, this is better than standing out in the cold, am I right, boys?
Sure, I mean, as long as you're putting more money in the pot.
I'll put another coin down.
Sure, make another intelligence roll for me.
Oh, this one's gonna be so good. That's not a roll.
Nice. I placed the die down gently.
Oh, 20.
An 8.
Someone looks over at you as he goes and reaches forward, grabbing all the coins, having just won the round, and he says, "Sure you want to buy in again, Orc?"
That's half orc to you, and yes.
Okay. So Rick goes to gamble away his savings. What are the two of you guys doing back at the order?
She said something sport. I want to go to the inland route. That sounds like a good place.
Alright.
Actually, no, I will see what Yara wants to do.
I mean, I was just planning on practicing and shooting with my bow. Fun, you know, myself
Hey, that's
alone.
boring. Sounds very boring, especially the alone part.
Well, the offer to spar still stands.
You know, hop around. I mean, I look and like all of the like benefits to sparring with a woman just don't seem to be there.
Sucker puncher with a sled. Turn around and whammer.
Sled's a 1d12. Does bonus frost damage if you've used it recently. Okay, well, back at the inn while you two debate whether or not sparring is a good idea, Rook, you notice something. The door opens up and Wynn steps into the room.
Oh, fuck. In the midst of, like, gambling and losing my money, could I have, like, brought up something?
Sure.
I hope it's, like, a jovial time. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Kind of. It's clear that these three people playing are buddies, and they don't exclude you or anything like that, and occasionally make small talk with you. Though you feel like they're card sharks, like they're actually paying close attention to the game despite shooting the shit with one another.
So, y'all believe the weather?
One of them says, "It's a load of shit," and another one says, "Maybe I sinned a bit too much last year. I don't know. Could be something else."
I definitely believe it. Hearing you? Yeah, you sound like it.
Wow. What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Hey, I had a serious injury when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I hurt a lot of people last year, so maybe I did too.
Roll that int check.
Oh, is he saying he had a lisp? Oh, pretty sure that's a 5.
That looks pretty cocked to me.
Sorry, or 4.
The hand that you get is pretty good, and you're given all the tools to win, and then accidentally make a couple of slip-ups. You know when you've made your mistakes, and soon the game runs away from you, and you've lost again. So you're down 3 gold total.
There's just 2 horses in my hand. What do I do with this? They're in my mouth.
Wynn steps over towards the table, and you've just finished having this brief conversation with the gents, and he comes over towards you, and he says, "Hey, Rook, cards, huh?"
Yeah, I'm being pretty much a masterful player here.
He looks over at the other folks, and one of them laughs audibly, and he looks over and he says, "Uh-huh."
You want to join? It's much better than doing nothing at his order.
He looks over and says, "What do you say, boys?" And one of them goes, "Chair over there." And he joins you at the table, placing a gold piece down on the table as well.
Oh my god.
I'll put another gold piece down.
Okay. Intelligence roll, please.
Oh man, I'm so good at this. Oh, almost a nat 1. That is a 12.
Okay. The card hand that you get is not fantastic, and you lose once again. Wynn doesn't win either. It's in one of the other guys, and he goes, "Oh, jeez."
feel like they're cheating when they gotta be. I mean, look at that one. Do you hear him?
What? Is this orc giving you trouble, Dave? And he goes, yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Hey man, maybe I'm just sour that I'm losing so much.
He
Sorry.
turns over and he says, Rook, jeez, you gotta work on your manners. He puts down another gold piece.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're going for it? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Roll int, please.
And I've just fed these guys 5 gold. Ooh, 13. Going up by 1.
You and Win lose once again. This time Dave takes the pot.
Proud of you, Dave. I knew that you could do it, Dave.
Win kind of puts down his losing hand here along with some of the other guys, and he turns over and calls over the barkeep, and while the barkeep's on his way towards the table, he looks at you, Rook, and he says, you know, I might sit this one out. I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere here today. Not feeling it.
Yeah, I think something weird's going on with my hands. I'll also sit out.
Okay. The barkeep comes by, and Win hands him a few copper pieces for a nice ale, and he looks towards the rest of the group. Some of them order some food as well, and he turns to you.
Sure.
Okay.
How much copper is it?
It doesn't really charge too much, actually. Let's see here. 5 copper pieces.
Okay.
You're like, I still have some money. Okay, so you go ahead and get a drink or perhaps a meal as well, and while you're seated here, some of the folks continue to play cards, now enriched by your cash infusion. And
Guys, could I bring up another topic? Would that be
sure?
allowed?
Yeah, please.
Do you guys hear about the new shrine in town? Yeah, that's the thing that people bring up. Fuck you.
A couple of them laugh, and Win looks over at you and says, "Find God recently, Rook?"
No, it's just some freaky stuff. I don't like it. I
Freaky
mean,
stuff.
let people follow their religion, but I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay, like what then?
Maybe it was a close encounter with it. It's just I'm not too much of a fan of the following.
Well, okay, well, what's the thing? Why is it creepy?
How
Most
do
of the
I-
time, the church just is like, oh, you know, don't do this, don't gamble, and you can't have more than one babe. But why is this worrisome?
I don't know when, like, yeah, most religions are like chill and shit, like just don't do bad stuff. This one seems like, on the weird side.
Well, I haven't heard of any killings. I mean, I know there's some thieves in town and whatnot, but...
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody touched my stairs. Wait, hold on.
Huh?
Hey, Lamau. Okay, we're good. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
It just kind of spooks me out. I didn't mean to, like, bothers me.
Well, what did they do that spooked you out?
I guess nothing yet. Just kind of precursory.
So first you think Dave's cheating, and then think
No,
somebody
I'm
that's
sure
doing nothing is what, evil?
I'm sure Dave is a great guy.
Damn right, he's a great guy.
Just insulted Wynn's best friend. Congratulations.
When like finishes his food and then takes his half drink ale, and then he gets up from the table and he says, thanks for the games, guys. And they nod at him, and then he motions for you to follow him, Rook, and goes to a different table.
Oh, spicy. Yeah, I'll go sit down with him.
Okay, so you sit there, and he starts, like, nursing the end of his beer here, and he says, okay, so what's this thing about? Like, are you okay?
No, our clerics run into some religious problems. He's kind of my best friend, so I was worried for him. The new shrine in town is not a
Okay,
good
what's this
signal,
new
I
shrine
guess.
thing? Like, are they sacrificing, like, goats there or something, or...?
Ghostwatch, praise be.
No, I think from what we're told, I was told that it's kind of culty, yeah? Is that what Jay informed us about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was worried it would be a cult.
My good friend Jay is just worried that it's a cult, kind of.
Wynn knows who Avisera is.
Does he?
Right?
I don't think he met her.
No, he never
Okay.
saw it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in the mines with us for some reason. At
He
that
was in the
point.
mines, but not at
Yeah,
that
not after
point.
that
He
part.
never did the dwarf shit.
Now, you see, when I'm only going to disclose this to you because you're kind of a good friend. And we've been through some shit, right?
Say that. Come on.
So, in the mines, when we were getting out, saving the day and stuff, just saying, we're, we're kind of helped by a thing named Avisera, and
Yeah.
may or may not be a demigod? I don't know what she is. Kind of created a monster, I think. But she seems to have a lot of power, and that shrine in town, to her, and
Look,
it's
I
just
like you, but you suck at explaining things. Like
yeah.
just back it up a little and try again, please.
Okay.
He finishes his beer and just like puts the empty glass down, like crosses his arms.
We met the creator of the religion, or I guess the follower god thing, right?
Oh my god, Brooke.
And that one, Avisera, the god thing, is just mighty dangerous.
I do
Right?
want to head
Are
to
you-
that tavern at some point eventually, maybe.
Following, yeah?
Okay, so you met like a dangerous creature thing underground, right?
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind of an
getting that
angel.
much.
Looks kind of like an angel. Kind of.
Okay,
Alright.
and then?
Well, she kind of murdered a whole group of orcs. I mean, albeit good, but like in
Yes,
the
that
wave of
sounds
a
good.
hand.
Yeah.
But it was like instantly.
Okay.
And then she threatened to murder a guy because he just didn't have a religion.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and then, a large amount of following that, it just kind of seems dangerous.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the last bit seems concerning.
Yeah. As I said, nothing bad has happened yet, but
So you think that, like, this creature is being worshipped by people?
yeah, I think some bad people are worshiping it. Well, maybe not bad people, but culty people.
Jeez.
Culty people.
I don't know, man. I don't want to get involved in any of that stuff, but I'd probably keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, you don't seem like it's fine.
It's not.
Fuck. He just gets out of his chair and goes to buy another beer. And then comes back a moment later.
Like that horse religion that sprang up. That came out of nowhere and that was alright.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, they were useful, right? I don't...
Yeah. No, maybe
They did
these
the
ones...
same thing, right? She killed orcs,
This is
right?
how we judge religions, whether the religion is useful or not.
Yeah, she did kill orcs, but, almost a human too, guarding the entrance.
Maybe she was joking.
Kinda had to be there, but... she almost did it.
It sounds like you met a really powerful wizard and then she did some things and maybe people like her.
Well... We may have also created the wizard, and it's not a wizard?
You hit your head down there after I came back up?
No. Just a lot of freaky shit happened.
Jeez.
Oh, she may have also been... I actually just remembered this as a person. She also may have been born through, Osperus' power.
What?
Is it Osperus'? No, it's not
No,
Osperus.
not
It's
Osperus, the other
it's
one.
the Raven one. What's the Raven god win? The Raven one.
Do I look like someone who spends a lot of time in the temple?
Well, you're a smart man.
Oh.
You're lucky I have so much time today.
Can I roll to see if I know the name Ovidir?
Sure, please. Make an int roll. If you get
Ah.
a 10 or higher, you remember it from days back. That's a
12.
-4? Okay. Alright, yeah, you know that name. what's
Oh.
attached to it all that much. Maybe your memory's a bit shoddy here and there, but you did have that run-in with the Sphinx and all, so...
Yeah, I should look into that. It's too much work. Sorry, not Osperus. I know he's a little freaky shit. Yeah, we're also being hunted by him. Don't worry about that. Anyways, yeah, it's Obadiah.
You mean the one that messed up all those birds?
Yeah, she may have been also turned into a bird.
No.
Pretty sure
Best
it's going to
descriptions
win.
ever.
Well, there's more story to it, but we had a friend that couldn't leave the underground. So then we brought something so she could leave, but it turned her into a bird, and then eventually into this being Avisera, which
Look.
was made from Obadiah.
Okay, it's cold outside, Rook. I know it's windy. You go get some rest or something, and if cultists start taking over the town, I'll be around here somewhere. You just come and get me, okay?
And then you're gonna be like, oh man, Rook, you're so right, right?
Right, yeah. He, like, gets out of his chair.
I'll leave and just go, I'm so sorry.
He just, like, turns and goes out the door. Meanwhile, at the Hunter's Order.
I did want to go to the tavern, but now it kind of seems a bit late.
Okay, well, why do you want to go to the tavern?
I wanted to go get food, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, still want food.
Okay.
I want to go get food.
Irisville, are you going with him?
Nah.
Okay, so you stay at the
I'll,
Order, and you head over towards the tavern there. Are you doing anything at the Order? Are you just kind of cleaning the place, or like what?
I'll do a little bit of cleaning and, do some practicing through my martial arts forms.
Okay.
Bow and arrow shots, some
Use like
little
the
bit of
training
parasite
room in the
soap,
back.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all to yourself, which is kind of nice, and there's nobody here. You just kind of, the facility's yours, so that's a bit of a plus. Yuri, wanting to grab something that isn't a good berry, you step into the inland romp to find Rook is here, seated at a table by himself. You can see there's a few empty glasses at his table.
And just pondering to himself. You see him thinking as hard as he's ever thought
Yeah,
before.
he's a modern-day Plato.
I walk over and I'm just like, hey, you shouldn't strain that thing too much. You might blow it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's already been blown, though.
Oh, there's no going back then. I guess you're gonna be a full breed soon.
Oh, nope. Not gonna joke about that. I'll punch you right in the mouth.
Oh. I wave over
mean-
the barkeep.
Okay, he comes over and waits to take your order.
I want to just order, like, stew. If they have stew.
Yeah, he takes 5 copper from you and brings you some stew a moment later.
When he's by the
Yes.
table... hey, barkeep.
You
Yeah.
need to know his name.
It's just interesting. How do you have so much food? Being, like, looking outside. It's kind of... I don't know.
Had a big shipment come through here a little while ago. Got a good price. I know a few people.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I helped with that shipment, by the way. Just saying. No, I was just wondering.
Nice.
Just interested me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm never gonna question this man on where he gets his food. All I know is the food's great.
Look, if you're getting hungry, I mean, the prices are still good. I'm not like most people around here jacking everything up.
Yeah. Hey, do you just by chance know anything to do in town? Aside from losing all my money gambling?
Says I've got beer.
Ah, the best way to spend time. I want to
Illusion.
toss him some coin for some beer.
Okay. It's 5 copper. Yes, what is it, Jay?
At some point during my day of prayer,
Hmm.
I would like to ask the head priest, because I know I've been in the back room where I've seen all the, like, materials that they keep for spells. By any chance, do they have the required materials for an augury spell that I could borrow since they're not consumed in the spell cast?
Oh, what is required for an augury spell?
Specially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens, like cards or other divining tools that are worth 25 gold.
Interesting.
Because I do not have 25 gold, nor do I think our party has 25 gold.
We
so
probably have 25. Well, actually, no. Between Brooke spending.
I donate
Gambling
all
away
I
my
have
money.
15 gold.
Asking the
spent-
Why do you have
priest.
15 gold?
He tells
'Cause
you
I
yes,
spent
he
my gold.
does.
Would it be possible if I borrow them
Sure,
today?
just be careful with them, but they're yours to use, Jay.
Thank you. And I'll wait until like the room is empty in the back room.
Sure.
And I want to cast augury, and I would like to
Uh-oh.
plan ask about the plan of barging in on this dude, fucking
Oh,
just charging in the front door. I have a feeling I know how the results are gonna come out here, but I need to be sure.
okay. Alright.
What is augury?
It's,
Uh,
it's pretty fucking great.
It's a great spell. It's like,
Here, by casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses the following possible omens. Wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for good and bad results, nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. Doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of companion. Okay.
So my specific plan is
Yes.
to gather my party, walk to the house,
Yep.
and just fucking kick in the front door and find out what's going on. That is my specific course of action.
Yeah.
Jay, I
absolutely,
feel
man.
like you've been spending a little bit too much time around Brooke.
I like this plan.
See what I mean?
He is my
You're
best
alone
friend.
in this room. The door has a little lock that you've, used for a second to grab yourself some privacy. And here at the large table, which is used for all manner of things, you lay out these sticks and cast them down using powerful divine magic. And as you stare at the omen that lays before you, you see wheel and woe.
Wait, what does that mean?
Good,
Good and
and
bad.
bad results.
Oh, let's do it. Does
I'm
either
so
one
bored.
of them, like, I know it doesn't specify, but is there any sort of like, can I insight check or anything? Does one of them seem like stronger? Like, is the wheel symbol bigger than the woe symbol or anything? I'm clutching at straws here, man.
I will let you make a straight wisdom check here to find out if that's the case. So please just roll straight wisdom. If you can beat a 20, yes, I'll tell you something. You have no idea.
It's a 14. Okay.
As far as you can tell, in equal amounts, wheel and woe lays before you.
in that case, I
There's
will
no
put
mistaking the omen.
I will put the materials back carefully, making
Just
sure not
smash
to
them with my
scratch them or
mace.
anything. I will rush out
Okay.
and run over as fast as I can to the Hunter's Lodge and grab Ira and say, "We need to gather everyone. Where is everyone? We need to go now."
Jay?
I'll explain on the way. We gotta get
Okay,
everyone right
alright,
now.
Yuri's
Get in the
you're
car,
at
there's
the
no time
top.
to explain.
Grab her by the arm and I pull her along with me.
Okay.
And we
All
head
right.
over to the tavern.
Alright, so you arrive at the tavern here to find the dwarf and the orc drinking and eating.
Alright, let's go, you two. And I, like, grab them and, like, pick them up as best I can and start
No,
ushering them towards the door.
Can you walk into the conversation that is, so, do you think Jay's like a good-looking man?
Guys, come on. I have something we need to do. Come on.
Just
Oh,
Please.
Jay. Okay.
Please.
leaning on the table, just like, so, kissing practice between two guys, gay or nay? And Yuri's just like, well,
If you're really drunk, it's probably okay.
Okay, so Jay comes in to get you guys. Do you go with him?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yuri, please.
You're in the
Yeah,
lead
I'm
here,
eating
Jay. What do you want to
food.
do? Oh, Yuri's not budging.
Making food.
I figured you'd already had your food, and
Do you guys wait for him to finish his stew? He's
How long is it
savoring
gonna
it
take-
because it's not
How
a good
long has
berry.
it been? How long has it been since I cast the spell?
Right now, with your running around, I'll roll luck. You are in a hurry, but it's windy as hell. You have maybe 10 minutes left.
Does he look like there's any chance he's gonna finish this and we can be there by the time he's finished eating?
How fast are you eating, Yuri?
I mean, I'll eat a little bit faster now that he's
He has to leave his meal.
yanking on my arm.
Yuri, I need you. Like, I haven't come to anyone. I will empty my gold purse to you if you come with me right now, please.
Well, it seems like you're determined. And I want
And-
to just like scarf the food and go.
On
Okay.
the walk there, I'm gonna, like, as we're, like, rushing there, I'm gonna describe to them what I just did and tell them it could be good and bad. I'm not sure which is stronger. I have no idea. I just know that there's some good that will come out of doing this. It's up to you guys whether we go through with it or not, but we got like 5 minutes left, so either we're charging in there right now,
Well, Jay,
or we're
do
not
you think
doing
it's
it.
good? Jay, give me it straight. Do you think it's good?
I mean, I think that we need to do something about this, but
That's
I
close
think
enough.
promise
Yes, I
not
take out
to
my
hurt
hammer.
this guy.
I hear this and I just stop, turn around, and go back to the tavern.
Your mouth is like still full of stew because like you haven't finished chewing it. Just like, oh nope.
As soon as he stops, I just kind of like drop everything, and I'm like, all right, sorry guys, I
No,
didn't
we're
mean to
going.
rip you
I'm
up.
running. Jay, we're going.
It's the spell is broken now. It was specifically with everybody going in. I don't know if there's anything that'll come out of it anymore. So
Are you sure
it's
you don't?
okay, but maybe we should
I mean,
keep an extra eye on there.
My hammer's out.
Yeah,
I'm all for like bashing in some skulls, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy, and I don't know about busting into his house for the potential to have something good or bad happen, and we know one and both are going to happen. I just don't know how I feel about this.
I'm with Yuri on this. I don't think we need to do.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not the intelligent sort, but this doesn't seem like a well thought out plan.
Oh, in no way was it a well thought out plan, which is why I described it to you guys on the walk here. It was just the fact that, I only had a set amount of time to get this done with.
But
If
my
anybody
hammer.
needs me, I'm gonna be keeping a closer eye on this place. And
I think
I
you're
will.
going a bit crazy, lad. You need to calm down.
You're a religious man, right?
Yes.
Can I ask
I
you something?
Sure.
If your God had spoken to you your entire life, and you'd always heard their voice, guiding your actions, prompting you on towards your next goal, and then suddenly the voice stopped, and you had no contact with your God whatsoever, and there was a slight inclination that perhaps something you did severed that, wouldn't you try every crazy harebrained scheme you could think of to get that connection back?
I will. In my world, what you would do is you would probably go on a pilgrimage to find yourself and right the wrongs you have made. What you're doing right now just seems crazy and like not thought out. Is this what Bella would have wanted you to do?
Definitely wouldn't want any skulls being bashed in, but she also wouldn't want a cult being brought about because of.
Does she?
I didn't necessarily mean go in there and kick the shit out of the guy. I just wanted us to charge in and see exactly what it was that he's so intent on hiding from us.
Hey, but like you can't just walk up to a man's home, ask him for all his secrets, and expect him to answer you.
I know. It's,
I do agree.
like I said, we're clutching at straws here.
Having your connection severed from your god, it's a very distressful thing. I've had to be dealing with it since I got here. I can't hear anymore. He's just not there. But you can't lose your mind. Losing your mind will only make it worse.
Well, like I
Wait.
said, I apologize for ripping you all out of your respective. I will. I'll leave you to them.
You sound so depressed.
Is Jay like walking off?
All by
I'm like
myself.
pulling my cloak around myself and getting ready to walk off. I'm not doing like the thanks for nothing walk away. I'm like I'm apologizing and gathering my cloak around myself
Okay.
because it's freezing, and then I'm gonna.
I mean, Jay, do you wanna do something? I mean, we understand that things are dire for you. We can. You wanna punch me in the face? You can. We can.
Yes.
Thanks, Rook, but I think I need to pray some more. He's saying some true things here. This isn't what Bella would want. I think a lot of what I've done lately isn't what Bella would want, so I need to figure out her will so that I can find a way to win her back. Thanks, though. I appreciate it. And I slap Rook on the shoulder.
Okay. What are you guys
If
gonna
there's
do?
anything I can do to help, let me know, alright?
Now that I've crushed my party member's spirit by not raiding
out of
an
10.
innocent man's house.
I'm actually glad you stopped out of character, because I was terrified to charge in there.
I'm so not glad you stopped, man.
Just
That
go
was
do it on your own, Rook. Just like go by in
Hey.
the night.
That is an option.
It is an option.
Okay. Well, you guys are all standing here in the street talking this over, and the winds are blowing about. It's incredibly cold out. You see what looks like a little exposed wooden window pane on somebody's house that's like fluttering there in the breeze, and then it like breaks off and like flies down the road.
Oh shit!
I like
I
catch
thought you were
it
gonna
and then fix the window.
No, it's moving way too fast down the street for you.
I thought you were gonna say
Damn.
somebody's like standing there listening to our conversation.
Oh yeah,
Just
That
some
would be terrible.
the old
wind's
man
just,
just
like,
like, well, I
standing
think
there
you
with
should have done it.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the castle. See if that cook will let me help out a little bit. If Ness is in.
Are we
Um,
close to the Avisera shrine? Like where we stopped running?
You didn't get very far, but the inn is in the lower district, so you're actually just like a couple of minutes away from it.
Do we know if there's any taverns or inns that are closer to the shrine? Like,
No, this inland romp one is pretty much like the biggest thing for this part of the lower district.
I'll come into the inland romp with everybody then if that's where they're all headed. I just want to be closer to the shrine. Keep an eye
Rook
on.
is just like looking down the road repeatedly. It's like,
Rook,
I'm
you want to
gonna-
walk by there?
I'm gonna go to the shrine.
okay.
Okay, I'll go with you, Rook.
Okay, Jay.
Hey,
We don't have to
um,
smash into the house. We can just go visit.
So Yuri and Earsville, you guys gonna go and do some underage drinking?
No,
No,
better
no.
go. and-
I'm going to go test out my damn sled. Fuck
Sick.
everything.
Okay.
Do you mention this?
Yeah, I mentioned this.
I am totally going with you.
Okay. Where are you guys
She's
going?
coming with me.
That sounds like fun.
Do we have an area like?
Like the mines where there's like the slopes and everything?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. That's a nice place.
A
I'm
place
gonna break
that's
my sled on the
not-
first try.
Super rocky.
Okay, sure. So you go over there, and meanwhile, you two make it towards this shrine here. What do you guys want to do?
I'll go up to the shrine.
Okay.
Like, I'll put my hand on it.
Okay.
What's it look like? Is it like just Avisera standing?
It looks like her face, which, if you remember, was like that sigil. It's like a half circle with a bunch of like strange lines coming off of it.
Oh yeah. I'll just put my hand on it. You know what? I'll say my own prayer.
What are you gonna say?
Hey
Cover your goddamn
Avisera,
face, please.
I First time I've done this, I used to be friends.
Starting off strong.
I mean, if you're out there, we can still be friends. Hopefully, you're not doing anything messed up, though.
God bless.
keep it real. Yeah. See ya.
Make a wisdom check, please.
Oh my god.
I swear
Please
to
roll
God,
high.
Roy.
Please roll high.
You're going to crush just everything about Jay if you roll high on this.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Like, how crushed would Jay be if, like, he's not able to get in contact with his god or Avisera, and then just fucking Half-Orc does it? First
I don't know,
try.
man. I
You
just
know,
tried.
if it was with Avisera, I'd actually be kind of happy that somebody gets something done with this, because
Okay. So Rook leans down for a moment and kind of closes his eyes and says some prayers in his head here. You can tell he's thinking some deep thought for a moment, and then stands back up. And the wind blows beyond the alleyway, and Erling's house lies across the road. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know, Jay. I don't. This praying thing doesn't really do much.
I can't believe you do so much of this during the day.
yeah, it's
Oh
as the
no,
wind
what a-
blows, it's been tough to keep up my prayers lately.
Want to try leaving an offering? I guess, is that bad for you? Are you not supposed to do that?
It depends. You know, some of the gods have similar viewpoints. Bella understands, I believe. As long as I'm not leaving an offering to Asperis.
Okay,
What do you think?
I'll try this out. I'll leave an offering down, and I'll take out one piton and I'll put it on the statue.
Okay.
Aw, yeah.
Alright, you leave a pit in there. What are you guys gonna do?
Not all. Is that how you do this thing?
I'm going to go across the street from this guy's house.
Oh, okay, the other way.
Yeah, like if,
Oh, okay.
if we're standing by the house, I'm just gonna sit across the street from his house, and I'm gonna sit down on the snowy ground.
Yep.
And like cross-legged, full-on like monk pray this shit to Bella. Just like sit down and say, I know that something to do with your will is drawing me to this house, and I don't know why I am fixated on it so much, but I have a feeling it has something to do with you and your will. And I
Okay.
know we haven't talked in a while, and I'm just gonna literally wait there until I like am about to freeze to death or something happens.
Are you just gonna sit here with him, Rook?
I see Jay just intently looking at.
Yeah, he's like
Erling's house,
cross-legged across the road, just staring at Erling's house, and he looks like he's in deep thought.
I'm gonna go up to the house and knock.
Okay. Jay, you see him go to the house. Do you stop him? Just watch intently? What's going on?
I am staring at the house. I'll probably see Rook walk up, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
not even like fixated on him. I'm just
Kind
focused
of in your
on.
head.
Yeah.
1,000 yards there.
So, you're in front of the house and you knock, and no response comes from it, Rook. Nothing.
Knock a little harder.
Nothing.
Jiggle the door handle.
Okay. There's a click, and the door is unlocked.
I'm holding the door handle. I just look back at Jay like, oh shit.
You've got
Is
it
Jay-
like, it's not open, like it's been moved like 1 centimeter forward kind of thing. Jay looks like he doesn't know yet. Like he's kind of looking your direction, but you can tell he's basically all in his head right now. You've been with him enough to know that like he's thinking really hard.
I'm waving to Jay.
Okay.
Jay. Hey, bro.
I'm not gonna budge. I'm staring at this house.
Okay.
You're
I like-
staring
I'll-
at the house that.
No, he's like staring through it. You know, like PTSD
I'm like
kind of shit.
focusing, waiting for something to happen.
It's like he's that dog that can't even tell there's a cupcake in front of him.
No, I
I'm-
probably recognize that he's got in, but like,
I'm gonna walk over and like wave my hand in front of your face.
Okay. Do you close the door before you do?
Oh fuck. Oh, it's just gonna ring a lot. No, fuck. I'm not gonna go over to Jay. I walk in.
Oh fuck. Okay. You open up the door and step inside into a very dark room. Do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay. Your eyes kind of adjust for a second. There's some light that comes in through the doorway, but because there's only a small window, which is currently covered in cloth, and there's nothing else for a light source in here, it takes a moment as everything kind of turns black and white, and you can see there's a very simple little bed in the corner, a little door that must go to the latrine that's attached to the house. There's a desk.
That latrine open?
No, the door is shut. And there's a desk over in, like, the back left corner. You can see that there's nobody here at the house right now. What do you want to do?
Looking at the door, the lock on the door, there's no way I'd lock myself in on accident, right? Like, I can unlock it from this side?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I close the door.
Okay, you close the door. You're now in here.
I open the latrine.
Okay. It smells kind of bad,
There's no
but
one
it's
inside.
just like a really simple little bathroom.
Okay, I thought he was hiding in there. Okay.
Hiding in the
I
bathroom.
gotta act fast, right? Act fast. Look at the desk.
Okay. You look over at the desk. It has like a little quill there and a little inkwell. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Oh fuck, I'm not good at those. Like, real bad at them.
Roll high, roll high, roll high.
12.
12. Oh, fuck. Okay. The desk doesn't really have much on it. You can see, like, there's a couple of cupboards that are built into its, into, like, the underbody of the desk, kind of. But on the top here, there's nothing, just, like, a couple of writing implements, and that's it.
Okay. I was in the conversation when they were talking about where the detect magic went off, yeah?
You were with them through the whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna look through that corner. The
Okay,
corner.
well, that's the desk that you're at right now.
Oh, is it? Can
Yeah.
I do it again? I need to find this magic thing.
Well, you can be more thorough if you want. Like, do you want to go into the little compartments?
Yeah, just be as thorough as possible. But you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you
thorough.
trying to do this in a way that looks like you haven't been here, or are you just going for it?
Let's roll. If it's above 10, I'm not being thorough because my best friend Jay is outside being a little sad boy. Sure, I'm being thorough.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm not being thorough. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
What was it?
no, you are being thorough.
You are being thorough.
So that okay. Wait.
Are you being careful while being thorough is the question.
Yeah.
No, my best friend's being a little sad boy. I want him to not be sad boy. I'm not. Fuck it. I'm just looking.
Okay, so you open it up and you find that in here, all of the cupboards are empty. Though you can see what looks like just like dust that lays in them that has imprints in it. Like there were previously items here, but there's nothing right now.
Can I survival check to see how long ago?
Oh. No, unfortunately not. With your investigation roll, you have no idea when this may have happened.
Okay.
There's nothing in here. Every single cupboard is empty.
This is just nothing here, huh?
Indeed.
Was this the last? This was like the biggest point of interest, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bed over there in the corner, but that's about it.
Check under his bed. That's where all the murderers keep their shit.
Under the bed, you find what looks to be a pair of slippers, like, you know, the kind of shoes someone might wear inside, that sort of thing. And a couple articles of clothing that have been left under there as well, but that's it.
That's also nothing. Ugh. Alright. I won't really tidy up. Yeah. That's everything, yeah? That's
That's
everything.
it. That's literally it.
Fuck. Alright, I'll leave the house.
Okay. You leave.
I'll stand up as Rook walks out.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, there's nothing in that house.
Cast Detect Magic.
Oh, you're gonna cast it and go to the house?
No, I just want to be within 30 feet. Do I
Okay.
still feel the...
You do not. You feel no magic from the house.
Are there any footprints on the ground?
Survival
Oh,
check.
the wind. Oh, fuck. Yeah, 20.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that there's a set of footsteps that aren't yours. They look like heavy boot prints, like a laborer's boots or something that leave the house and go down the road, but you can't follow them further than like 20 feet before the wind just makes them unrecognizable.
Fuck. Close the door.
As I see him walking in that direction, following these footsteps,
Yes.
I still have my Detect Magic up because it lasts 10 minutes. I'm just gonna continue walking that way until my Detect Magic wears off, see if I feel anything.
Okay. Unfortunately, you feel nothing.
Okay.
And though you wander for the remainder of your spell, there's no magic that rings on it. The whole episode is rather odd and leaves the two of you kind of standing in the road there, wondering what may have happened. And meanwhile, off in the distance, unbeknownst to you, with the camera behind them, a sled goes down a snowy hill and then flies up, and a dwarf and young elf girl exclaim at how amazing this is while flying through the air, and we'll end the session there.
Yeah!
What an epic ending.
The best vacation.
You mean radical?
Totally tubular, guys!
We did fucking nothing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we couldn't, like... We're going to... Josh, stop being a druid. Fuck you. Stop being a druid, so we stop knowing the weather, so we just fucking go.
I mean, it's not my fault that illusion rolls super low every time I do this.
Yeah, but he's going to roll low sometimes and high sometimes. But if we just sit in town, it doesn't matter what he rolls. Nothing's gonna happen.
Hey, Jay.
Well, folks, what are you gonna say, Rook?
Hey, we could just mug him when he comes by.
Wow.
I don't know if that is what Bella stands for, brother.
My
Yeah,
god
but-
might not be chill with that. Just
Down with the cultists and shit, am I right?
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode. I thought the players did a fantastic job. Audience members, it's always a pleasure to have you, and patrons, you guys are the reason we get to do this. I am going to throw on the wait screen here. We're going to talk some random stuff. You're welcome to chill if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll see you Monday. Adios.
Ooh,
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful ship.